What this webinar is all about is what we call a Facebook traffic jam. I was sitting in LA in traffic one day and came up with, geez, man, Facebook, like I get more traffic than I want, just like in LA. So that's kind of how that came about. And here's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk a little about Kyle and I, not a lot, but we'll tell you who we are and what we've done so you guys kind of have an idea of how we came up with a lot of these strategies that we're going to show you. We're going to talk about why you need Facebook. So if Facebook or paid traffic is not a part of your strategy right now, we're going to talk about why it needs to be. And we're also going to talk about why Facebook probably hates you. If you're on this webinar, you're going to have a hard time with Facebook. So, you know, it's sort of a yin and yang. Yes, it's an awesome traffic source. There are also a lot of pitfalls with Facebook, so we'll talk about them. We're going to give you 3 different cut and paste campaigns that we use that you can implement today. And I'm serious. These are campaigns. You can take these campaigns and you can go start making money with them tonight. And we'll show you some of our stats and some of our proof. These are some of our best campaigns. So we're going to show you those. And then at the end, we'll give you kind of a small little pitch. We'll tell you how you can work with us if you choose to, and you know, how we can partner up. And then we'll also have a question and answer. And we'll stay on as long as it takes. So however many questions you have, we'll stay and we'll go through everything. All right, so one thing I always tell people, and this is real for this webinar, I'm a big believer in giving before you get. I think if you put stuff out there, it comes back to you tenfold. I've always kind of thought that. And so I want to talk about, real quick, we're giving away millions of dollars tonight, and I'm going to explain that. And what I mean is this is not a typical webinar. This is not a recorded, you know, pitch fest where we're just going to go on and you know, tell you an overview of marketing and an overview of Facebook and that type of thing. This is 97% content, and you're going to have just a little bitty pitch at the end. So this is a training that you're on, not a typical webinar, and we're live. So, you know, we're hanging out in a hotel room in New York City tonight because we're traveling, but this is live tonight, and this is real. This is real training. And just one of the campaigns that we're going to show you makes us right around $2,500 a day, typically in profit. Now, earnings disclaimer, beep, beep, beep. I'm not saying you're going to make $2,500 a day. I'm just saying that that's what we do. And your results are going to vary. You may not get any results. You may lose money. Our results are not typical. All the disclaimer things that you normally hear. But with that, let's just be really conservative and say that just one of these campaigns that we're going to give you could potentially make you $500 a day in profit, which it can. Over 200 people sign up typically for these webinars, and I think that's about the number that we had. So you figure 500 a day times 365 days, that's $182,500, and then you times that by the 200 people that are going to see this thing that you know, that are affiliated with Bobby and his list and his group, and you're talking about close to $37 million that we're going to give you access to. So what I'd like to ask you is if you can do us a favor. I don't care whether I don't care at the end whether you want to work with us or not, but what I do care about is I want you to grab a pen and grab a piece of paper and go get some of your money tonight. You know, go get some of that $37 million that we're talking about, that, because it's out there and you will learn something. So make sure to pay attention and grab the pen and grab the paper so that, you know, you can go get part of your money, because it is out there. And these are cut and paste campaigns that we've tested. So keep that in mind. These are tested campaigns. All right. So let's talk about who are we. Who are Kyle and I? My name is John Tarr. And I have worked with some pretty big gurus that you've probably heard of. A lot of the gurus have heard of us in our niche, but you guys have not. A lot of regular civilians haven't. I've worked with Frank Kern. I've been part of Frank's mastermind. I used to work for Ryan Dice and Perry Belcher at ID Incubator, and so I know those guys really well. You know, Michael Taggart, Ezra Firestone, all guys that you have heard of, Kyle and I have worked with. And one of our, if you have heard of us, you probably heard of us because we took a survival product from the gentleman had this survival product, and we took that. He was doing about 300 units a month in June of 2012, and he came to us, and we escalated that traffic, and by November 2012, he was doing 32,000 units a month consistently. So in the survival niche, it was not one of the big three, which we also run a lot of offers in those niches. But we basically took this survival product from a very little known product to the number, I think it was the number 3 product on ClickBank. So that's where a lot of people in this industry have heard of us if they hadn't heard of us already. And we actually did that with a variety of traffic sources. Paid traffic is our thing, but Facebook was one of our biggest. So my partner is Kyle Bell, and I call him the Facebook Whisperer because all these campaigns that we're going to share with you tonight, he comes up with. So Kyle, say hey.
Hey guys, what's up? You don't, please don't call me the Facebook Whisperer.
Yeah, that's how I affectionately refer to him. So, but all these, he's just the best with coming up with ninja tricks, and it always happens. And so all these things that I'm going to share with you tonight are things that Kyle came up with. It's most of the behind-the-scenes stuff is what he does. So I'm a pretty good marketer, but Kyle is the Facebook man. He completely understands Facebook. So we own a company called Badass Media. And so what we do is we consult and run traffic for some of the biggest info publishing companies in the world, companies that you've probably heard of. If there's a big product on ClickBank, there's a chance that we run traffic for it. So we have 2 clients that have 2 of the top 5 products on ClickBank now. We work with guys over at Stansberry that we know. If you're familiar with them, they are pretty much the biggest info product company in the world, Stansberry and Agora. And so we work with a lot of these guys. Okay, hang on there. So we have 2 aspects of our business. And so in addition to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Make sure my computer, you all can hear me. So we have 2 aspects of our company. Not only do we run traffic for affiliates, but we also run traffic for publishing companies. We also run our own affiliate offers. So many of the companies that you've heard of, CPA companies like ClickBooth, Convert2Media, Jungleberry, some of these companies, Kyle and I run offers through those. And all these things we're going to share with you tonight, we have developed by either A, running traffic for our clients who spend millions of dollars a month with us through our media company, or running the traffic for ourselves. So that's how these campaigns develop. So basically what I'm trying to tell you is this is not theory that you're going to hear tonight. These are actual results that we've gotten and actual campaigns that we're running. So all this stuff here is real, and all this stuff comes from actual money that's spent, and it allows Kyle and I, because we're spending so much money with driving paid traffic, particularly on Facebook, that it allows us to fail very quickly. So these campaigns we bring to you are going to be campaigns that work. So keep that in mind. So here's some of the stuff that we've done on Facebook that you can do on Facebook. And you're obviously seeing already that Kyle and I are not exactly savvy people around. We came just a little, I'm 38, I think Kyle's 37. We came just a little too soon for the internet. So about the only thing we could figure out how to do was paid traffic. So keep that in mind. Paid traffic's 5th grade math. We're going to show you some of that tonight. But we're not technical. We're not SEO guys. We're not black hat guys. Hell, we can't get a webinar to work half the time. So, but here are some of the things that we have done with Facebook. We ran a survival product at a $5,000 budget. I'm going to show you this campaign that we ran tonight. We ran this campaign on a $5,000 budget and ran 100% ROI per day on that campaign for 92 days straight. We run basically a diet offer, and this is another campaign we're going to give you tonight where we run about a $2,500 a day profit on this campaign. This is on Facebook, and this is a campaign, and it just runs and runs and runs. We're going to give it to you tonight. We have a client that's in the health and fitness niche. We were driving 23-cent leads to a squeeze page in that niche. Now, if you guys know anything about health and fitness, you know 23-cent leads are almost impossible. But as Kyle always says, it's not impossible till it's been done, and we basically have done that. 10,000 clicks in 1 hour at 9 cents per click in the diet niche. Those clicks on Google would have cost us like basically 50 grand in that niche, and we got it for about $700 or $800, something crazy like that. 58% opt-in rate to cold traffic with a diet and health offer. So typically on your display advertising or on Facebook, and we've tested this from here to tomorrow, we've gotten opt-in rates at 11 and 12%. This particular campaign with was 58%. So those are just some of the things that we've been able to do. And so what I'll say to you is this, before we get started with the actual content. You can look at these campaigns and the numbers, and you can decide who we are, and you can decide what your interest is going forward. Because what we know, what Kyle and I know, because we're real people just like you guys, we're not gurus, but we understand you really don't care about us. Basically, you know, you care about you and what we can do for your business with regards to Facebook and paid traffic and those kind of things. So let's start focusing on that right now. We're going to focus on making you money. So grab that pen and paper, and we're going to get right into the content of this whole thing so that you guys can follow along and pick up some stuff. All right. So Facebook's a pain in the ass, big time. So let's just get that out on the table. So why do you need them? And if you don't know this, understand Facebook is the #1 website on the internet. They get more traffic than anybody. And keep in mind that people are living their lives on Facebook. They're living their lives on Facebook. You're all probably on Facebook. And you're probably all on Facebook. You're sharing pictures. You've got friends. You're connecting with friends. You're living your life. So right now, Facebook has basically become the #1 epicenter for everyone's social activity. I mean, hell, you don't even need to go to a high school reunion anymore because you see him every day on Facebook, right? Guy's posting his sandwich for lunch. You're like, I haven't seen this guy in 19 years. I know what he's having for lunch. So Facebook is a phenomenon right now. And because it can be such a pain in the ass, it's a lot less saturated than other traffic sources because a lot of marketers don't want to deal with all the headaches that Facebook can bring. And we're going to you guys know, as just normal business people or marketers, that the less saturated something is, the more opportunity there is for you. And that's what Facebook has become. And, you know, cheap traffic, people talk about cheap traffic is in, you know, hey, I can get you cheap traffic. Well, one problem that you have with cheap traffic is it's cheap traffic. It's not quality. Facebook, you can get leads or clicks as low as 3 cents. And sometimes less expensive than that, sometimes in a range of 7 to 8 cents, even in the big niches. And I mean thousands of clicks. I'm not talking about 50 clicks here, 40 clicks there. I'm talking about thousands of clicks for 3 cents, and it's really good quality traffic. Most of the publishers that we work with will tell you that the quality of traffic on Facebook is better than any other traffic source. And back to what we were just talking about, that's where everybody's at. People are living their lives on Facebook. They're real people on there. So if you get a sale from Facebook, it's going to be a real person that probably wanted your product. And refunds typically are much lower. Conversions are much lower too. We're going to tell you how to get around that. There's this myth out there that Facebook doesn't make you money, and we're going to explode that because we'll show you. I don't care what niche you are. Kyle and I run traffic in the survival niche, which is not a huge niche. We run traffic in the make money niche. We run traffic in the relationship and dating niche. We run traffic in the health and fitness niche. We own the big 3 on Facebook. So, you know, if you run traffic in any niche, if it'll work in the big 3, it'll work in any niche typically. So we're going to show you with these campaigns how to dominate your market, whatever niche market you're in right now, to be able to explode your ROI with this stuff that we're going to show you. So, all right, let's talk about this. real quick. There's an elephant in the room here with Facebook and Google and all these different companies, and that's they don't like direct response marketing. They particularly hate affiliate marketers, which Kyle and I are. A lot of you guys may be. So they don't like direct marketers. They want branding, you know, they want the feel good, the Fords, the Chevys, they like those kind of ads. They don't like direct response marketing. To them it's spam because their end consumer a lot of times gets pissed off. They see these ads, it's a 30-minute VSL, it's, you know, something like that. They don't like those ads. So to them they consider it spam. So you really have to, you know, even if you're not running affiliate offers but you're a direct response marketer, Facebook's going to like you, and we're going to show you how to do some different things today regardless of that, but they're not going to like you. And if you run affiliate offers, they really don't like you because that violates their terms of service. You can't run affiliate offers on Facebook technically. So we're going to show you how we do with some of these campaigns tonight, but Facebook doesn't like affiliate marketers. So if you're on this webinar, chances are Facebook hates you. Okay, so it's better than your wife hating you, and you know, at the end of the day, someone hates you, and that someone is probably Facebook. So they don't like direct response marketers, they don't like affiliate marketers, and that's okay. You know, what do you do? Well, we're going to show you how to deal with it and how to make money off of them, right? Don't hate Facebook, hate the game that Facebook plays, just like Google, but it's not like Google was 4 or 5 years ago. It's still the wild, wild west of the internet. There's a lot of traffic out there, a lot of cheap money to be made on Facebook. So let's have that paradigm shift right now, that Facebook is not bad, they are not the enemy. And so we're going to show you how to put some of these campaigns together here. So let's talk about some of the challenges you're going to have with Facebook. Give you, when you're looking at the campaigns we run, make sure to note this stuff here, that there are challenges. One, if you've been on Facebook and you're advertising, you're probably having a hard time getting your ads approved. Facebook has so many different policies with getting ads approved and things. If you don't know how to get those approved, then you're probably struggling with that. That when you do get ads approved, you don't know why, because you might have ran the same damn ad that got turned down. So when you're getting turned down, you don't know why these ads are getting turned down. Then you're dealing with account spend limits. Facebook is really weird, like different than almost any other advertising platform where they cap how you can spend on there if you don't know how to get the right accounts. So because of this, you can't scale your products. So you might see some good results from Facebook, but you can't get as many sales as you think you can get because your account limit is low. Another problem that we see clients have and that we've had, used to have, your click-through rates suck, and it's costing you money because you're paying more per click. I'm going to tell you one thing now, and this is a writer-downer, as Dan Kennedy would say. Your click-through rate is everything on Facebook. And everything that we talk about tonight, and anything that we talk about that's not everyday life when you see us in masterminds and things like that or to clients, is all about click-through rates. How to get them higher, because that pushes your cost per click lower on Facebook. It's just an algorithm they have. It's a lot like that on other ad platforms as well. It's especially true in Facebook, and there's a lot of tricks to make this happen for you. So just keep that in mind. You want a real high click-through rate. So then the next thing is a lot of people may have had their ad account shut down or their products even banned. So if you have a product banned or your ad account is shut down, it's still okay. We can help. But those are some problems that people are dealing with regards to Facebook. Okay. So now we're going to get to the good stuff, the big heavy-duty content of this webinar. And we're going to take you through 3 different campaigns that we have used, 2 of which we still use. 2 of these campaigns are our mainstay campaigns. The first one is older, and we don't use it now, but it's going to give you some context on how the other 2 developed and how they were born. And we want to show you that because we want you to not only understand the cut and paste side of this, but also the why. So why are we doing these campaigns this way, and why did we come up with this? So yes, I would like to stay connected. All right. I believe I'm still connected. So I want you to take these two campaigns and use them in your marketing. All right. So basically, I was running this product in the survival niche called Sold Out After Crisis, and I had come and started working with the product owner on this because I had worked with Ryan Dice and Perry Belcher to help get them their survival newsletter, Absolute Rights, up and running. And so I started helping these guys, and I was doing really well with Facebook, and Kyle was helping me as well. We were running a couple 100% ROI per day, but we kept getting our ads slapped. And so Facebook kept slapping my ads, and I didn't know why they were slapped. And I couldn't, even though we'd run a really good ROI, it didn't matter because we just got our ads slapped and eventually got an account slapped and all kind of stuff. So what I ended up finding out about Facebook is they don't like when you take people off Facebook, and they look at your ads with a microscope when you do that. So accidentally, what ended up happening here was I started a fan page, and I ran traffic to a post, and the post was the offer. So I just put the offer, the same ad that I would run to and this is not rocket science, this is, this information I'm sharing with you is, 14 months, 15 months old or whatever. But we were running this ad to a post, and I'm going to show you all these things. So we started this fan page, ran the traffic to the post. The post was an offer, and the ad was running. So I started this ad. I didn't check in on it. The publisher calls me, said, where are all these sales coming from? Kyle and I are absolute number freaks, so anybody that's in paid traffic and anybody that runs traffic for direct response marketing has to be a number freak. And so I said, well, I don't know where you're getting those sales because they're not coming through any of the stuff that I'm doing. Well, I just set this out for a test, and lo and behold, the ad started out and had a 5.5% click-through rate, which meant I was getting like 12-cent clicks, where before I was running 200% ROI, and I was getting like, 35, 40 cents. It was running. I didn't shut it off. And so the results from running this ad was incredible. I mean, it was unbelievable because I'm thinking that the ad shut down, and I'm thinking I was just testing some things, and in fact, I left this ad run. Now, we ran this campaign. This is a campaign I ran, and it ran for 92 days at 100% ROI per day with a $5,000 spend. So I was making $5,000 in profit per day on this campaign for 92 days. I'm going to show you this campaign, and it's good. And you could make money running a campaign like this now, but then I'm going to show you what we've learned since and how to make this campaign better. The bottom line is, too, I could have made way more money on this if I would have optimized it. I didn't know how to optimize campaigns on Facebook. I didn't have a tracking pixel up. I mean, I hit every page of like the ugly marketing tree on this particular campaign and still hit 100% ROI. And when you're making $5,000 a day on something you're not touching every day, you kind of have a like, hell with it, I'm not going to touch it, right? Like, I'm scared to touch it. I don't even want to touch it because I don't want to mess it up. And so that's sort of where I was on this particular campaign. But there's some lessons to take away here that I'm going to show you when you run your ads on Facebook. So here's some lessons that we learned from this Sold Out After Crisis campaign. One, always run to a fan page. And so now Kyle and I run all of our offers to a fan page. By the way, we don't cloak. We don't do any of that stuff. Secondly, you always run your ads to a Facebook post. That's the second thing. And obviously, of course, have an image and a call to action. We're going to show you that. I mean, if you're a direct response marketer, you get a call to action is pretty damn important. Hopefully, if you're on this call, you understand that. But that's what you're going to have in these posts that we show you. Okay, why? Why, John, are these rules so important? Well, one, Facebook charges less to run to a post than any form of advertising. Second, Facebook will approve your ad much faster in scrutiny with a post than they will if you try to take that person off of Facebook. And
Shit, you're breaking up a little bit, John. Are you there?
So, what's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you guys there? It's
Did you
kind
lose
of
me?
sounding like a little scrambly for me right now. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything you guys can do to.
Yeah, let me see if I can't dial in from my cell phone. Where did y'all lose me?
I think I don't know, about 10, 15 seconds ago, you like definitely
So
broke
just
up.
give me like
You've been kind of
second.
laggy. You've been kind of laggy for a while. So if
Okay,
I don't
let me
know,
pop in on the
better.
telephone.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we can get this fixed up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll have him jump back on. And in the meantime, guys, like John said, we're going to open this up at the end for questions, and so we'll stay on here as long as you guys have questions. So if you guys are writing down questions or something, it'll probably be hard to answer your questions as we go through it right now, but stick around at the end, and if you guys have questions on how we're doing something, or if you've got a question about one of these things, let me know at the end, and we'll stick around as long as you guys have questions and answer everything you guys got. Like John said, one of the most important things is we want to give you guys legit, real, good content on this webinar so that you guys can actually go out and start implementing some of these things. So if you have questions or whatever, we want to make sure to get those answered before you're off on your own there.
Yeah.
John,
All right. Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So sorry about that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So
Hopefully.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So let me go through this stuff. Let me go through the why real quick, because there's something I want to point out here, especially if you guys missed this. So Facebook, here's where everybody makes a mistake. This is also a writer-downer. So write this down, because this is where everybody has a problem on Facebook. Facebook charges less to run to a post than any other form of advertising. And, you know, I just told you that you're going to get your ad approved a lot quicker if you run it to a post. There's a lot of reasons for this. We don't really have to go into them. I mean, it is what it is. Facebook likes you run to a post because they want to keep people on Facebook, the end. But one of the things that people don't understand, and this is what kills marketers, so this is a little nugget that I'm going to give you that people don't know. So you're going to hear a lot of marketers talk about how they can't make any money on Facebook, and the reason is what they're doing is they're taking people off of Facebook, which results in their ads being, their clicks are going to be 50 to 60% higher when they do that. But Facebook doesn't convert like normal media. So Facebook, your conversions are going to be way less than they would be, you know, run into warm traffic or run into typical display traffic. It's because that's the way it is. You might get 1,000 clicks, you might get 6 sales. Where if you get 1,000 clicks with another type of product, you might get 10 or 11 or 12 sales. So guess what? If these guys are paying 70% more for their clicks and they're getting less sales, they're like, oh, screw this. I can't make any money, because they can't. So the whole trick, like I was telling you earlier, is when you bust that click-through rate up and you get those clicks down, that's how you crush Facebook. And you crush it by running them to a fan page instead of taking them off. So anyway, so that's really important. I'm going to show you a little social proof aspect that also is really cool and gets people compelled, because one of the things that you don't have with, you know, if you've got an infomercial running on television, or if someone clicks on your ad and sees it from an email or a solo ad or whatever, you have no interaction. And people, like, you know, they have fake interaction type stuff, like, oh, people leave comments, you know, things like that. But Facebook is real, and people see these comments, and people can see that you can't manipulate likes, and you can't manipulate comments and shares, and you're going to see how powerful this is in a second. And this is what helped with this particular ad. So, all right, so this is a post that we ran, and I'm putting this on here. So I want you to see this right here. September 14th, this was my ad. So you have the 37 critical food items you should stockpile for a crisis. Click on the link. Oh, click on the link to watch the video. All right. Hold on on just a second. Let me get back to that because this is really important. You're going to see 62,000 likes on this thing. So, yeah, 62,514 likes, 19,000 comments, and 11,000 shares. Now, do you know what that does to your message? This is a sales video. This is a VSL for an ebook, which if you guys know this marketplace, it's an infomercial. They got shared 11,000 times, almost 12,000 times. Think about how powerful that is. Think about the clicks. Think about all these shares that I didn't have to do anything with. And what ends up happening, if you look at this ad's going to show up over on the right-hand side, and people are like, holy smokes, there's 19,000 comments on this. I got to figure out what this is. I got to find out what this is all about. So they're clicking on it, and, you know, it's compelling, and you don't get that with any other traffic source like you can with Facebook. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to show you some other things here. You're going to see quite a few of these different ads right here, and this is something else that we learned about fan pages and stuff, and Kyle's going to talk about this a little bit more. But that right there was our big ad, and that's one thing that helped us there. So here's some things that we learned by running this campaign, and we know now that we didn't know then. Don't spam your page, okay? Oops. That's why I say, you see all those other ads that I have on there? I'm just I'm just putting ads up. That was like every post. So I kind of learned that, and I'm going to take you back through this here in a second to show you what I mean. Use an image. Always use an image. So when you have an image, you're going to get a higher click-through rate. So keep that in mind. Oops. Click loss. I didn't know what click loss was. I know what click loss is now, and I'm going to show you how to avoid it. So that's the good stuff that's coming. Keep in mind that it's click loss. However, this is the big deal. As Dan Kennedy would say, it's the offer stupid, right? And it's a damn good thing it was the offer stupid, because I made every mistake on Facebook you could make and was still making 100% ROI. That's how powerful Facebook is. I mean, when you're getting 10, 12-cent clicks to an offer that's really good, you can't help but make money. So I want you to keep that in mind. It's not like, I mean, Kyle and I, we like to think, that we have a couple things going on upstairs. We're not that bright. I mean, it's just 5th grade math. And so these lessons that we're going to show you are all about that. They're all about getting these kind of clicks and things. So keep that in mind. So all these things, that we did wrong and we didn't know, we still made the money that I showed you. And as my dad used to, I said to my dad once, hey, man, if I knew then what I know now, and he said, John, you'd be saying that the rest of your life. And it's so true. But now, we do know now what we didn't know then, and those are the 2 campaigns that we're going to show you. So imagine this campaign, and then imagine what we're getting ready to show you right now with some of this stuff that we've figured out. So you're going to use a clickable image, and Kyle's going to show you how to set this ad up right now on how to use a clickable image. And we ran a test. This says yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. It was a couple of days ago. I want to show you the difference in the numbers, okay, for this particular thing, because this makes the offer's always important. And you'll never get me on a phone call or anywhere and tell you that the offer is not important, okay? So the offer is always important. However, this kind of campaign that I'm going to show you makes a shitty offer okay. You're still going to be able to convert it better than you would if you didn't use this campaign. So why is that? Well, one of the problems that we have with Sold Out After Crisis is what Kyle and I refer to as click loss. Now, some of you guys that run affiliate offers are familiar with click loss or leakage or whatever, but in Facebook, it's got a little bit different term. And so what I'll show you, basically, you have to click on your ad, and then they have to click to a link to watch the video. So it can still work. We just showed you it worked, but there's a better way. So look at these ads. It should bring it back, okay? And you can see. Now, I just clicked on a right-hand side ad because the ad was compelling to me. I'm on Facebook, so go through the mind of your customer, okay? I just clicked on that ad, and it took me to this post. So what do I have to do now? Well, I got to click on this link again. So I really have to click twice if I want to see your offer. And what that is you know, you're going to lose people because people are not going to click because they're going to be like, oh, okay, well, I'm coming here now. I don't want to click on it again for whatever reason. And that's called click loss. They're not getting to your offer. Even though they clicked on your ad, they're not getting to your offer. And that was always a problem that we had with these Facebook posts, that we couldn't get people to click all the way through until Kyle figured out how to come up with a clickable image, which people said can be done. And in fact, it can be done. So we're going to show you how to do it. But that's what we're talking about with click loss. So let me show you some examples of the difference of ROI from these two campaigns that we ran. It was a complete test that we set up for this, for our webinars that we do. So this is dating offer number 1, demand zone. Free video presentation reveals how to land your dream girl using this one weird trick. Everything can be done in one weird trick nowadays, as you guys know. So anyway, so now I am going here. You can see this is the post right here. And so there's our post. And then this is the second ad. This is with a clickable image. So controversial video reveals weird trick to attract beautiful women. I know everything's a little different, and that's because they smacked my ad because it had text in it, but no worries. The results will speak for themselves. So there's this ad here, and you can see that right here. All right, here's the dating offer stats. The click-through rate, by the way, I'm going to show you guys some stuff. Your average click-through rate on Facebook is 0.3%, 0.3. Kyle and I won't run an ad unless we can get a 1.0%, and we think that's terrible. So this ad here has got 1.19% click-through rate. You can see we were spending 37 cents a click. We spent about $500 right there. Now you're going to see ad number 2. The click-through rate was 4.182%, and now we're spending 12 cents a click. Big difference when you're spending 12 cents a click. We only spent $262 on this particular offer, but most of the time our click-through rates hover in that 4 to 7% range, which is unheard of, but that's how you get the very, very good ROI off this kind of stuff. Remember, I told you that. It's all about your click-through rate. We're going to hit here, and there's the stats. So you can see here the click-through rate, the clicks, the cost per click, how many of these actually got to the VSL. So look at that. 19% of these clicks get to the VSL. 68% from the clickable image campaign got to the VSL.
Yeah, hang on, John. Can I say something here?
Yeah, you bet you can.
I know you love talking, but let me in here for a sec.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're looking at this, if you look at that first, excuse me, where it says Pandora test non-clickable image, that's how we ran that first ad that John showed you guys with the sold out after crisis, where it was some text with a link. This one actually had a picture on it, but when you click the picture, it would send you to another page inside of Facebook where you had to find the link to get to the actual sales page. So we paid for, with $500, 1,368 clicks to our ad. Only 261 of those people actually made it to the VSL. So we spent $500 and only had 261 people actually see our offer. When we do it this new way, when we share an image or share a link, like I'll show you guys here in a second how we did this, we went from paying for 2,258 clicks, and of those, 1,542 actually saw the campaign. So we paid essentially half the amount of money and had almost 5 times the number of clicks and more than 5 times the number of clicks to our actual offer. We don't really care about John's color scheme, but what's important in this is that you do see how much and how big an impact that does have if you can get your click-through rate up, get your cost down, but also get your clicks to the actual offer. Because if people aren't, it doesn't matter what you're paying for click, if they don't actually ever get to your offer, you're never going to make money. So I just wanted to jump in real quick and stress this because I'll show you how to do this here in a little bit once we get to that section. So sorry about that, John.
Well,
I think
I think that's a really good point, man, and thanks for pointing it out. And so if you look at these numbers, not only is the click-through rate so much higher, which now makes our cost per click 12 cents instead of 37, but now in addition, 50% more, 40% more people are actually getting to the offer. So you combine those two things and you know what's going to happen, right? I mean, I don't even have to go to the next slide because everybody can do that math. And that's what happened here. Offer number one had a 60% ROI, so we lost basically 40%. We had too much click loss. But the new ad with the clickable image and the stuff that Kyle's going to show you had 185% ROI. So it was completely turned around just by changing one thing on this post. And so now what Kyle's going to do is he's going to take you step by step how you do this on Facebook. And so you'll really want to watch this.
All right. Let me switch to my screen here, John. All right. Can you guys all see my screen now?
I can.
All right. Can everybody else out there? Just type in the chat box so you can make sure you can see my screen. I want to make sure you guys see this. Yep. Okay, cool. Awesome. So here we're in Power Editor, guys, and I don't know if you guys know what Power Editor is, but everybody inside Facebook, if you have an advertising account, has access to what they call their Power Editor. If you log into your normal ads manager, you'll see it on the left-hand side. You do have to use Google Chrome, or it actually works out of Safari too if you're on a Mac. But you'll want to get access to it because this is where a lot of the magic happens. They're starting to unleash some of this stuff in your normal ads manager, but this is where it has been up until fairly recently, actually. So what you want to do is click into your ads manager and come into the Manage Pages section. It'll default you to this page, but what we're going to do is click on this left-hand button up here and go to Manage Pages. And these are a couple of the pages that we have a couple ads on, and these are actually the ones we ran that image out of, or that test out of. So what you're going to want to do, and like John mentioned, when we were sitting there staring at that campaign, wondering what, we're spending so much money on clicks, we know we got to get the click-through rate up, but in addition to that, why aren't we getting very many clicks to the actual offer? And you can tell that because you have, your back-end reports from your affiliates, or, if you're working with the clients, like we were on that one specifically, we know how many people actually get to the video sales letter. And so the problem in the question, and John had, and I had this discussion for probably 3 or 4 months, like, man, if we could just figure out how to make that whole thing clickable, so no matter where they click, they would just go straight to the VSL. We don't want them to click on the link, or what happens most of the time is when you put a picture up on Facebook, people click on the picture. So when they click on the picture, it sends them to another page inside Facebook with like a blown up version of your post. And then they got to find the link and click on the link again inside that. So, I mean, that's why you're losing a bunch of these clicks. So and I don't exactly remember how this came about, but I stumbled upon this one day. And so this is how you do it. So guys, if you have your own products, if you're running affiliate products, run a couple tests with this in the next day or two. Copy our ad if you wanted to. You can watch it back on the replay. But what you're going to want to do is go to Create Post. And this is what what Facebook calls an unpublished page post, a dark post. You'll hear some people refer to it, a ghost post. What this does is you can create a post to advertise to. However, it doesn't appear on your newsfeed. So when John showed you that sold out after crisis page, you guys could literally see there was ad after ad after ad after ad on our newsfeed, on our fan page, which is, that's not the model playbook for page engagement and how to keep fans happy on your Facebook fan page. But at the time, we didn't really understand that. So what this does is not only allows you to put a bunch of ads, but what it also does is it allows you to split test without blowing out your fans. Without them having to see 10 different variations of an image or 10 different variations of ad copy for one ad. So when you do a post this way through the Power Editor, it will not post to your page. Now, you can if you like it to. Obviously, you could actually post it, and maybe you would want to do that with your winners. But while you're testing or just playing around, we use dark posts because of that exact reason. So we could run a bunch of stuff. It wouldn't get all over the place, and we wouldn't blow our fans out with our stuff. So how you create it, I'm going to switch over to this tab. Oops, this tab. because I've got one pre-filled out. I didn't want to be searching for links and everything else. So guys, write this stuff down. These are you have to fill out certain portions of this form to make it work properly. So this is where you will want to pay attention, write the stuff down, watch it back in the replay. But these are the areas, these are the fields that you need to fill in to make it work like this. So the URL that goes right here is just going to be where you want people to go. I'm not going to put our tracking link for our dating offer, but whatever it is. Your URL, your tracking link, your ClickBank link, if it's your product, your page, wherever you want them to go when they click, it goes right here. So you'll put that there. We leave the post blank. Again, this does a couple things. It doesn't allow people to click on the part of the image and send them to another blown up version. And if you guys aren't familiar with how Facebook works, you should probably play around, click on some ads here and there, click on some shared links, click on different parts of it, and you'll kind of get an idea of why this works. And what happens if you click on like a post that goes to another post inside of Facebook before you can actually get to a link. So we leave this post section blank. Then the name is going to be your headline of the ad, the caption, and we do a couple different things here. We play around with this. We go back and forth on it. Sometimes we put a click here now, and I think that's what we had in one of those ads. Or what I've been messing around with lately is just leveraging somebody else's credibility. So Maxim is a magazine that does geared towards men, and I could put www.maxim.com on here, so when people see this ad, they're going to think, oh, this is from Maxim, and kind of borrow some of their credibility. Or you could put whatever you wanted to, foxnews.com or something, blah blah blah. Anyway, so we go back and forth. So whatever you put here will appear right below your headline. If you leave this blank, it will pull the metadata and meta tags, and that's about as crazy as I get technically, but it will just default pull that information from your web page. So you don't want to leave that blank, because that's not going to give you the best, either call to action or steal some credibility there from some other page. So fill that part in, and then this is where you're going to leave your copy for your ad. You are not you have a lot more characters than a typical Facebook ad this way as well, so you can get a little more copy in there if you want. And again, we'll throw in a click here now down here if we're not putting one up here. But we always want to put in a call to action so people know what to do. Click on the image now, click here now, blah blah blah. Either way, the way we're doing this now is that anywhere they click on the image, on the link, on the headline, anywhere on this little post, is going to send them straight to the VSL. So then I imported a photo, and then boom, you hit create post, and then you get, I'm not going to do that because I'm not signed into my VPN. Then it pulls up like this. So this is where I had the maxim.com, but this is what it looks like. So anywhere these people click, and any of this part, see how it's, I still get my mouse pointer. This is going to send them to my link that I want them to go to on the image over here, the headline, all this stuff. So no matter where they click, I can't mess up. They can't click on the wrong thing. They're going to see my ad no matter where they click. They're going to get sent straight to my sales page. So that is that one trick that we use to get people straight to the VSL using super cheap clicks. You have a good image there. Your click-through rate is going to be through the roof. You're going to get really cheap clicks, and you're going to get the majority of those clicks to actually see your video sales letter. And that, guys, is our quick and dirty version of the dark post, ghost post, unpublished post. But that's what you're going to want to use on your offers. And you can throw up as many as you want, because you're not going to be spamming your people. So, John, did you have anything to add on that? I think that was quite a quick and dirty version. You guys should be able to get that. Go back, copy that. This is actually the copy we use in a lot of them. So if you're running a dating offer, copy that copy and grab a good image and throw it up there in a dark post and start making some money with that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and we have a little thing in our training that we go through, and we use this, that particular clickable image post that you just went through, and I am just convinced that I can take pretty much any product on ClickBank, and make between $500 to $1,000 a day with that little technique that he just showed you, and profit. So I'm just convinced. So yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, and as a side note, John does do that in the class. He just goes to ClickBank and grabs a product and throws it up there, and we did it last week with the product, and so I think he's going to do another one for the class this week. But anyway, yeah, so you can pretty much, if you can, like John said, if you can get your clicks cheap enough, you can pretty much make any decently converting offer from ClickBank, or if you're running CPA offers, whatever your network is, you can run it and make some money. So John, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Okay, cool.
So let me switch it back to you guys. I'll be back for my next portion, but we're back to John now.
All right, awesome. So, okay, guys, so that was campaign number 1, clickable image campaign. It's awesome. You can use that, especially if you have a VSL or something like that. It doesn't have to be a VSL, but it works really well for those kinds. So the next one we're going to share with you is what we call the ball game campaign. And, here's how we created this campaign. We were running some CPA green coffee diet offers, which if you're an affiliate, you're probably familiar with these. They're trials. They have a lot of these in the muscle, the muscle builders, male enhancement, that type of stuff. And we were losing a lot of clicks to the offer. And what we were doing, we just had an ad on Facebook, and then we were sending them directly to where they'd sign up for a trial. We didn't have a landing page or anything like that. We still had a positive ROI, but we needed to keep people on the page. I mean, we were finding that basically, they didn't know what they were buying because we didn't really have a lander. We just had the trial, and we also, landing pages don't convert very well on Facebook, like your typical landing pages like you would see to display traffic. And if you guys run these kind of offers, you know what I'm talking about. So we needed a quick landing page, sort of a stopgap, instead of sending people straight to the sign-up form. So if you guys have children, it's the same way. If you're a marketer, you want to tell your people exactly what to do. So like with your child, you don't say, hey, go in the other room. Like you say, hey, go in your bedroom and open your book and do your homework and do it for 20 minutes, and I will come and get you when you're done. I mean, you're telling them everything so that you have a little bit of control. Marketing is no different.
How do you know what you're supposed to tell kids?
Well, I've heard good things.
Okay.
So I see what a wonderful parent you are.
Oh, thanks.
That is theory, I might add. I said there was no theory in this webinar. That's not true. That's complete theory. So the ball game campaign, though, it's been one of our strongest campaigns to date, and this consistently makes us $2,500 in profit a day when we run it. Sometimes we run it, sometimes we don't. You might be saying, well, why don't you run it? And that's because we got pretty busy with some other offers that make us more money. But this campaign works, and I'm going to show you how we did this. And how it happened was that we basically, Kyle ends up coming up with this TID tracking link that he called the ball game campaign. He was like, man, if I can get this to work, it's just ball game. Because we're going to make so much money off this offer. And that's what happened. So you can see these stats before. So we had a disclaimer, by the way, guys, disclaimer. When you see these are actually our real stats that I'm going to show you. Please don't call our Click Booth rep and ask for the same stuff we get. We had some people do that off our last webinar. We're showing you this as a courtesy to show you that these stats are real, and we haven't edited anything out for the most part. So we get different types of things with these people because we do volume. If you do what we'll do or what we're showing you, you'll do volume too, and you'll get those naturally. But yeah, she wasn't real happy with us. But anyway, that's a disclaimer there. So yeah, remember that, Kyle?
Yeah, so guys, please don't call. It makes us look like schmucks when everybody on the webinar calls our Click Booth rep and says, hey, give me an account, give me their PayPal.
Yeah, good times. Okay, so you see here, 1,136 clicks, 24 conversions, revenue $864, and our earnings per click was right around 76 cents a click. So we made money with this because we're getting clicks cheaper than 76 cents. So there was money made here. Now you can see after. 460 clicks, notice the sub-ID, ball game campaign, 46 conversions, our conversion percentage is 10%, our revenue is $1,748. We took this snapshot right after we started it. EPC of $3.80. So I don't know what way you slice it, but if you're doing EPCs of $3.80, you're going to make money. And you're probably going to make a lot of it. And that's exactly what happened to us with this particular campaign. Now, I mean, the conversion percentage is just crazy, too. And that comes from this tactic. And here's what's strong about this tactic that we're going to show you. The page is going to open in the Facebook page of your customer. So when they click on it, it doesn't take them off the page. It opens right in their news feed, which is just balling. It's really good. And so that keeps the user on Facebook. Facebook's real happy with you. You get cheaper clicks, and the user is going to make it to the offer. No click loss. We'll show you, well, it'll reduce your click loss. And you've got a little mid-lander, what I call a mid-lander, and it's simple and it doesn't distract. So, you know, a lot of times these landing pages, these editorial, advertorial landing pages will distract you. You'll see them. They're like, oh, my God, there's all this information. You got to scroll down to find the offer. This just tells you to click on the next page. It's not distracting at all. It's very simple, and it helps with your conversions. So now Kyle is going to show you how to recreate the ball game campaign. If you guys run affiliate offers, this works really, really well for the trial stuff, skin, diet, muscle, those kind of things. So use this for those, and you'll do really, really well with it. So you ready to go, Kyle?
Yep. Can you see my screen?
I can.
All right. Everybody else out there, see my screen? Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, this is a splash post, as you guys can see. And if you're not familiar with splash post, you should definitely try it if you're going to run this type of product. And I'll, again, write some of this stuff down because it's going to be pretty important. If you're using splash post, and John and I do not condone running crazy stuff and cloaking and all that stuff, through your Facebook accounts. But I will tell you that if you're using splash post, when Facebook looks at an ad in splash post, they look at the link of their splash post link, like this image thing that we're going to create. I'm going to show you how to create here in a second. But they don't look at the link where you're actually sending people. So that's why you can get away with a lot more of these crazy type offers. And I mean, green coffee, it's not like we're selling, you know, drugs and hookers to 4-year-olds. We're selling a diet pill, but Facebook really doesn't like green coffee. But when you put it in a splash post like this, they don't check, or they don't care. I don't know if they check or not, but maybe because it's one page removed, or one link removed, Facebook doesn't pay as much attention to it. So you can get away with a lot more stuff without running into too many problems on Facebook, without having all your ads accounts, or without all your ads getting disapproved, and all that stuff, if you use splash post to kind of run some of these more affiliate spammy type of offers as Facebook would like to consider them. So anyway, I'm inside splash post. I'm going to run again. We're already at 6:10 out there on the West Coast, so I'm going to go through some of the stuff I pre-populated like the last one, so I could kind of go through this. But I'm in splash post. I'm creating a post, and I'll show you here in a sec how this works. But when you do this, again, this mid-lander, the smaller lander, it keeps people inside of Facebook. They never have to leave their newsfeed. Excuse me, you're not sending them off Facebook to one of those big pitchy advertorial pages that John and I can still never figure out how to work anyway, so that's why we had to come up with something else, because we could never get those to work. But anyway, so this was kind of the best of both worlds, and like John mentioned, I sent over that link that morning, and I was like, hey, man, check out these stats. And I sent them the ones where it was like, the 10% conversion and $3.80 EPC, and it had the ball game was the tracking ID. Because I knew, like he said, that if I could somehow get those clicks to convert, like I knew they could if they could just get to the offer, and I could just get a little more copy, then I knew it would work. So I knew it would be ball game. excuse me, I'm taking a drink right here. So anyway, this is how it works. If you're running green coffee, we use this copy a lot of the time. Depending on which offer you run, they don't want you to use Dr. Oz, so obviously pay attention to what type of offer or what the restrictions on the individual offer you're using are if you're going to just copy this. So pay attention to your individual offers. But anyway, this whole page is completely customizable. You can change the background color by just picking up one of these. I'm going to go with green because it's green coffee. It kind of makes sense. You have a headline up here. You can customize that, the font, the size. You can make it bigger. That doesn't really fit, so we'll shrink it back down. That doesn't even really fit either. Anyway, you can mess around, play with it, make it all fit. You can change this sub headline too right here. You'll get to add 3 pictures. This is they have more than several different variations of a splash post in their default templates. This is the one I like to use, but they have, if you're collecting email addresses, they have one for that. If you're just playing a VSL, you can actually play a video right here with the Buy Now button right below it, so they never have to leave Facebook and they can see your VSL. I would not recommend a super long VSL there, but if you've got like a little teaser video, that works pretty well right there as well. But anyway, play with the templates inside Splash Post, but this is the one I use. All you do, I filled in 2 of the images. I left one blank because I'm going to show you how easy it is just to add a picture. All you do is click on this the area that you want to add a picture to, click Upload. Let me grab another Dr. Oz one. So here's another Dr. Oz. You just click on it. It uploads. You kind of move it around to where you want it to, where maybe they can see faster, fat buster or something. Anyway, then you click Done, and you've got your images all lined up, and you just do that for each of these. Again, you can customize this copy down here. You can change it. You can have it say whatever you want. This is a copy we use, so guys feel free to copy it. Then this Buy button, this is what you want them to click. So here's again another link. This is where you want the people to go. So if you have your own product, you have affiliate links. If you're running it through Pretty Links, which we're doing on this one, put your link here. Again, if you're running Splash Post, you can get away with a lot more stuff and a lot more different type of products than you could if you were just running a straight ad on like the right-hand side, sending people straight to that URL. So if you're going to run these type of offers, use Splash Post and you'll be able to pull it off. But after you enter the URL right here, make sure you hit this green check mark, because if you don't hit the green check mark, it's not going to show up, and you're just going to have a blank URL right there, and nobody's going to go anywhere, and then you're going to be mad at us because you're not getting any sales. So make sure you click that. But again, you can customize the color of this button. You can customize the copy that you like. Yes, I want to try a bottle. I use the first person on these calls to actions on these buttons. I read somewhere that if you change it to the first person, because people will read it in the first person, so they're more influenced to do so than if they read in the third person. I've heard a couple people also do it. It did improve our conversions a little bit, not by like 100%, but it did give it a bump. So that's another little tidbit if you guys are trying to get a little more conversions. Try and put stuff in the first person. Yes, send my free bottle. Yes, send my free bottle, or yes, I want to try a bottle. Anything in the first person is going to do better. So anyway, that is all you have to fill out there. And literally, that's as easy as it is, guys. I mean, you don't have to like drag boxes around. I know sometimes people say that these things are like, cut and paste, and all you got to do is drag this here, drag that here. There's no dragging. I mean, the boxes are set. You just type in what you want it to say. You can't move this around. You can't move this. You can't move the images. They are where they are. So you're just essentially plugging stuff into the empty spots. So you don't have to be real creative, which is good because, as you can see, John and I aren't the most technical people on the earth. So anyway, you'll click Next. And then there's a second and third component here. Splash Post is a little bit slow, guys, so bear with it when you're going through here. The next section they get to, they ask, do you want to do a friend gate and email gate? We don't put those on ours because we want more people getting to the offer. We don't want to stop people from getting there. If you guys have a different need, or you're trying to do some different things, if you're trying to build likes, which John didn't tell you his comment about likes at the grocery store, which he normally does. But if you're trying to do some of that stuff for whatever reason, you might want to do some of that. We never implement either of these two things because our goal on Facebook is to make money. We don't care about likes, we don't care about friends, we don't care about fans, we don't care about any of that stuff. We want to make money, and we want to make money today. So our goal to that end is to get as many people as we can to click on our ads straight to the offer as fast as they can without too many distractions, or fewer the distractions the better for a buyer. So we don't use any of that stuff, so you'll just click next. And I don't know if you guys have ever used Splash Post. I'll kind of show you an example of how this works, but play around with it because it's kind of cool. So when you're, and this is all pre-populated too, so what happens is while we're looking at this, your page name is here. So if it's, live a healthy life or whatever, your page name would go right there. You have to have a page to be able to use Splash Post because this is going to post as a post on your newsfeed. Just FYI, you cannot do dark posts with Splash Post. So if you're going to pimp a bunch of these on your fan page, there's a couple ways to spread them out and backdate them and stuff so you're not posting all right back to back to back. But I won't go over that now. But just wanted you to be aware of that. So you do need a page. So your fan page name will go right up here in the headline. And then you have or not in the headline, where your page name goes. Then you have a headline that you can play around with. Again, it tells you 154 characters there. So I have 153 more I could use. There's a sub-headline that you can put right here. You could put a call to action right here, click the image, blah, blah, blah. And then you add some more copy down here for the copy version. Now, what happens is when the people see your ad or see that somebody shared this post, all they see is this top box right here, this top white box, and there's a big play button actually on Dr. Oz's face. Now, if you guys know anything about images, people click images a lot more than they click text, and people click video a lot more than they click regular images. So Splash Post somehow gets away with putting a play button image because it does an action. They don't let you put a play button on just any image, but if it causes an action to occur, then Facebook allows it. So once you post this to your page, there will be a big play button right here in the middle of Dr. Oz's face. So when people get to this, they click on this play button. Once they click on that play button, this page slides up and they get exposed to this mini lander right in their news feed. So they never have to leave the page. They never have to leave the news feed. They click on this image. So you get decent click-through rates because people want to click on an image. If you have smiling faces, pretty women, cleavage always tends to do well. You can't have before and after images for weight loss. You can't have like girls in bikinis for weight loss products for Facebook. But nice looking females, smiling, blah blah blah, with the play image do really well. So you'll get a high click-through rate. They'll click on it. This white box slides up. They get exposed to this. So without ever having to leave, they could just read your couple more texts, see this cool little mid-lander page. Yes, I want to try a bottle, and boom, they get sent to the offer page. So that's how that Splash Post works. So here's like how our page would look with our little image right there. And then this pops up right below. People get to buy. So a couple things here. If I was going to post this and make it live, I would click post to Facebook. It will go live to Facebook right now. And people, then you can go into your Power Editor or your Ads Manager, however you're going to do it. I would suggest Power Editor. You could go in and create an ad and start running traffic to that post. If you were doing an email collect, and there's different templates for email collection, giving away a free lead magnet, blah, 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 enter your email, you can attach this to an email autoresponder, so it automatically adds emails to your Aweber list, or I think Infusionsoft and MailChimp. There's, I think, 8 of them. But then you can add them right straight to your email list without having to send them to a squeeze page, which don't do very well on Facebook if you're sending them outside. But if they could just enter an email, so it would just be like an email submit box right here. Those templates are pretty cool if you're looking to build a list, or if you're looking to get people, collect their names before you send them to an offer for some reason. that's another trick to do. So anyway, you click post to Facebook, and then boom, it goes to Facebook, and then that's it. That's your splash post, guys. That's our ball game campaign. Try that one out, test that out. It works for CPA offers fairly well. A bunch of guys in the class right now are actually testing, like I said, like a 30 or 40-second video, like a teaser video, and then the button down here says, click here to see more of my video or something, and then it sends them to a longer playing version of that. And some guys in the course are having some success with that right now. So anyway, play around with splash post. You get away with a lot more stuff, and Facebook doesn't seem to care too much about that. So John, that's all I got on the ball game. Did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, man. That's another campaign that we use, and like I say, the results are great for trial offers and things like that. It can be utilized in a lot of ways, but yeah, no, good job.
Okay, I'm sending it back to you then.
Okay, great. All right. Assuming everybody can see me?
Yep.
All right, cool. So, all right, guys, so we're almost there. And what we wanted to do with this training is to show you 3 different campaigns you can use today. 2 of them you're probably going to utilize. The other one you can use, you'll make money. But we needed to show you that campaign so that you would see basically the results we'd had in the past and how we had changed a few different things. Because like we said, we want you to have the why in addition to just having the cut and paste stuff. So, you know, you've seen the results that we've had. And if you have questions, we're going to open it up for questions here in just a second. So hopefully, like I say, you're seeing what you can do with Facebook. So like we mentioned earlier, like I mentioned earlier, Badass Media is our company, and we drive traffic for a lot of different publishers that are out there in the info publishing game, in addition to our own affiliate offers. And we're spending millions of dollars a year on Facebook with our clients and our own money. And so we're testing everything every day, and we fail really quickly. And then sometimes we have these wonderful breakthroughs, which are like the ball game campaign and the clickable image campaign, and we have a bunch more. And so like you've seen from the ads that we did earlier, the campaign we did for Sold Out After Crisis, Facebook is changing every day. Things are changing all the time. And so if you want to work with us and you want to have that quote-unquote security blanket, this stuff here you can go make money with today. We've shown you. We've shown you the stats. We showed you everything that we would tell you to do if you were taking our training. We'd say, hey, go to this step by step. So, but if you want to work with us, then what we do is we have this 8-week, basically really intensive coaching program for different people. We work with both product owners and affiliates, depending on what your particular business model is. If you don't have a business model, we'll share with you our business model, and that's one of affiliate marketing. This training is intense. It's not a box of stuff. You know, you're not going to get a box of stuff and then we tell you, hey, good luck, you know, go do these things. It doesn't work like that. What this training is all about is it's online. There's 16 total calls for this training. There's one like lecture webinar training every week, and there's one question and answer call per week as well. So it's basically 3 hours of training per week. On these trainings, here's some of the things that we will teach you and show you. We're going to show you why your ads are getting rejected on Facebook. We'll show you how to get them approved. We're going to show you how to run affiliate offers under the radar so that you don't get your affiliate account shut down. We're going to go step by step with how to use the Power Editor to explode your click-through rate, much like Kyle showed you tonight. We're going to show you what gray accounts are and how you can get one from Facebook. If you don't know what gray accounts are, they're pretty big. And now we also have some other things that we can connect you with from Facebook. We're going to show you how to get a Facebook rep to guide you through any obstacles you might face. That's one of the big problems with Facebook is you can't communicate with anybody on the inside. We have a couple of people on the inside now, so we'll walk you through those things. We're going to show you how to get average and ho-hum click-through rates of 1%. And we'll even show you different campaigns between 5 and 10% click-through rates. Those are some of the campaigns that we like to run. You saw the click-through rate on the one dating offer was 4.6%. It's very typical for us. We'll show you how to get cheap clicks as low as 3 cents that convert, okay? Remember, Facebook doesn't convert like normal traffic, but it does convert. We're going to show you how to get these kind of clicks. We'll show you why video on Facebook rules and how to use it and convert clients at amazing rates. We also do video stuff in addition to what Kyle was talking about. Some of our, I shudder to call them students. I guess you could call them clients/students or testing as well. We're going to go through custom audiences, how to leverage these for maximum profits. Kyle takes you step by step through a dark post, how to use them without spamming your fans, much like he did tonight. We're going to show you how to get account spend limits raised. We had one particular account that we could spend $75,000 a day on. We'll show you how to get 30-day net terms with Facebook so that you can increase your cash flow. Every affiliate marketer and every product owner knows that it's all about your cash flow. So if you can get a line of credit from Facebook, it really helps. We'll show you how to do that. We'll show you which images to use, which ones to avoid so that you can get a better click-through, because remember, it's all about that click-through rate. That's one of the most important things. That is the most important thing, quite frankly. So, you know, much like we said, this isn't a normal webinar. This isn't a normal webinar. It's not a normal training. So we're not training on theory, okay? This isn't a situation where we're just going to talk about things that we think and some traffic strategies. We will be giving you a new cut and paste campaign every week that we've already tested and is proven to work. So let me repeat that. This is not, we're going to get on the webinar every week and tell you about some theory that we have on Facebook. We're going to give you a cut and paste campaign every week that we have tested that already works. So basically all you have to do is plug in your product or your offer in to start making money. And so let's go through some of those campaigns right now that we're going to share with you. Campaign number 1 that we'll share is how we generated leads in that 20 cents each in the diet and fitness niche. You can use this campaign for list building, or if you want to be a super affiliate and build some super affiliate lists, this campaign will work for you. If you have an explosive autoresponder sequence, you can crush different offers with this campaign. If you don't have one, I'll show you how to get one. But this campaign is great for list building, and that's something that we didn't really talk about tonight. But if you're going to be a product owner or an affiliate marketer, I mean, everybody knows that the money's in the list. Campaign number 2. This campaign generated a click-through rate of 12.67%, so true, and clicks around 7 cents each in a diet supplement niche. We'll show you how to put together this video campaign in any niche with 20 bucks. So that you can make a video and crush conversions using a workaround that Kyle came up with that Facebook actually endorses. So this campaign is literally off the hook. And we had a lot of people reach out to us with just regards to this campaign once we did this training. They just loved it. Campaign number 3 is going to allow you to explode the results by combining paid and viral traffic on Facebook. It's an awesome campaign, and it's the only time you're going to hear me endorse any type of viral marketing. I mean, Kyle and I are paid traffic guys. When we get up in the morning, we want to know what we're going to make, and we can predict that revenue with paid traffic. I do not like viral traffic, and he's always saying, my famous saying is, you go to the grocery store and you tell them you have 10,000 fans, and they're still going to want to, credit or debit for the, for the food. They don't care about your fans. Fans don't pay the bills. Money pays the bills. But this viral campaign is pretty cool, so you guys will really like it. Next campaign we're going to share, we expand on the ballgame campaign, including stats from the new offers that we're running. Keep in mind, we're always running these offers, and there's a lot of nuances that go into these campaigns, and as Facebook shifts, we shift with it. We'll tell you some new things that we've discovered with regards to this campaign, and Kyle takes you step by step through it. Campaign number 5 is this video campaign that we're doing. Kyle gave you a hint on it right now. It's just absolutely crushing it. It's almost too good to share because it's just that good. It's going to end up probably superseding the ball game campaign as maybe one of our best campaigns that we've got to date. So really excited about that as well. Campaign number 6, We'll show you how to redirect traffic outside of Facebook and still get low cost per click and have Facebook's approval to do so. Now, I told you, you always want to keep them on the fan page, except in these instances, and we'll show you exactly how to do that for maximum results. And you keep those clicks low, which is how you get your conversions and your money. This, by far, is one of the most important calls you'll ever have. We have a guy by the name of Chris who used to work for Facebook, and we met him, and it's a long story, and I won't go into it now. Kyle met him. We were really struggling with our Facebook stuff. We were getting accounts slapped. We were having problems getting ads approved. We met Chris, and Chris literally changed our Facebook life. He used to work in the Facebook ads account department where your ad account goes to die, and so there's a chance that if your product's banned or your account got slapped on Facebook, this is the cat that did it. And so he helped us to understand everything that goes into Facebook advertising, what they look for, what they don't pay attention to, how to fly under the radar, and all this kind of awesome stuff. So he tells us, and we'll share with you on this call with him, how to stay on the straight and narrow with Facebook from the Facebook employee perspective. And this one call is just priceless, and it's going to improve your chance of profiting from Facebook for years to come. And the reason I say that is because, listen, if you're making 100% ROI a day, that's what Kyle and I try to do on our campaigns. Each campaign we run is 100% ROI per day. It doesn't matter if your account gets shut down every 3 days because you can't scale. So this one call is really awesome. All right, so if you like this training, if you want to team up with Kyle and I, you want to learn a little bit more about Facebook, you want to explode your profits in either A, you have your own product, or B, you want to do affiliate stuff. C, this also does work for local businesses, so you can adapt it if you're a doctor, if you're a chiropractor, if you serve those kinds of people, you can also crush it with Facebook ads. We'll show you how to do all that kind of stuff. What you want to do is go to www.facebookbadass.com, and you can fill out the information form. We ask you some questions about your business because we're really designing this for people that have an existing business. If you don't have an existing business, that's okay, because we can basically give you our affiliate model, and that's the model. You know, Kyle and I make 6 figures a month from that model is, you know, projected on a monthly basis. Again, those are our results. I'm not saying you're going to make that kind of money, but those are some of the things that we will do. So you fill out the information form, and Melissa from our office is going to contact you and set up a time for us to talk. On the call, we'll go over your goals and your business, and we'll see if we're a good fit for one another. Listen, you don't want to talk to people on the phone. I don't want to talk to people on the phone. But when you call us, you're going to get Kyle or myself. We don't have sales guys. We're not trying to pitch you anything. You know, we basically want to find out if it's a good fit. We want to see where you're at in your business. We want to talk to you. We want to tell you about the training in more detail, and then see if it's something that works for both of us. So if you want to do that, like I say, www.facebookbadass.com. Don't worry about, it really doesn't matter what, you know, where you're at in your business with regard. If you have a business and your offer is converting now, you can explode things with Facebook. And so I will promise you this, if you fill out that form and if you talk with Kyle and I, you will take away something on the phone call, regardless of whether you decide to take the training or not. So don't hesitate to fill that out. You know, when I say I don't like talking to people, that's not 100% true. I actually enjoy these phone calls to try to help people with their business. But, you know, we're going to invest the time in you, and it works both ways. So feel free to fill out that form, and then we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you being on the call. We know it went a little long, so, you know, if you're still with us, thanks. And go out there and make some money with this stuff, like, for real. I mean, this is the real deal. So we do this. We actually do it. We're not gurus. Go do it. Go make some money. Put some ads up tonight. That's what we'll be doing. So, you know, go make it happen. That's it.